Malawi government and the African Development Bank have today signed a $46.7 million grant, about 86 billion kwacha, agreement to, among others, support Malawi, improve governance in the agricultural sector and enhance agricultural productivity. Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs Simplex Chichola Banda and AFDB country manager Magwira Nanyau signed the three agreements in Lilongwe. Anyau said the grants, which include $1 million towards humanitarian support, signifies the commitment AFDB has in ensuring Malawi's effective implementation of reforms, especially on public finance management. A Zodiac Snap survey has established that some traders in the country have hiked the prices of cooking oil for the second time in 3 months. At Liwonde Township in Machinga and Balaka, a 1-liter bottle is being sold at 6,000 kwacha from 5,500 kwacha, while a 2-liter bottle is now at 11,500 from 9,500. Spokesperson for Competition and Fair Trading Commission, CFTC, Innocent Helema, says the commission is already conducting investigations on the price increase. Imani Piringu has filed this report.
As the instability of the Malawi kwacha continues to pile more pressure on prices of commodities in the country, traders have silently increased prices of cooking oil on the market, despite doing the same back in July. On our inspection in shops around Liwonde Township in Machinga and Balaka district, a 1-liter bottle is now being sold at 6,000 kwacha from 5,500 kwacha, while a 2-liter bottle is now at 11,500 kwacha from 9,000 kwacha, among other changes. Some of the traders say they have been forced to increase the prices as manufacturers of the cooking oil have also hiked their prices. However, this has not pleased the Competition and Fair Trading Commission, CFTC, which says it has instituted investigations to establish the actual basis of the price hikes. In a written response, CFTC spokesperson Innocent Helema says they will punish by fining all traders who will be found to have hiked the prices of cooking oil without justification. But human rights activist Sylvester Namiwa says this is a sign of a dying economy.
This is a strong signal to Malawians, and these are clear signs of a failed state. You remember that earlier on, the International Monetary Fund, in his forecast, they predicted what they call hyperinflation. As I'm talking to you now, the inflation is hovering around 35%. Ours is a clear case that bad politics makes bad economics.
Several other basic commodities in the country are facing similar price hikes. Reporting for Zodiac in Machinga, this is Imon Piringu.
Malawi Electoral Commission MEC has assured electoral stakeholders that next year's elections will be free, fair and credible. This comes amid growing concerns from opposition parties and other stakeholders over use of new electronic electoral management devices in the voter registration exercise. MEC chairperson Annabel Ntalimanja says there is no need for stakeholders to panic. Ministry of Education says it has stepped up efforts to develop the National Inclusive Education Strategy to replace the expired 2017 to 2021 blueprint. The ministry's Deputy Director for Inclusive Education, Lucy Makagula, says they expect to have the new strategy ready by April 2025. Education expert Wesley Mwambakulu has commended the ministry for the initiative, adding that authorities should expedite all the processes. Ronix Chiwanda sent us this report.
According to the Deputy Director for Inclusive Education in the Ministry of Education, Lucy Magagula, discussions with the potential donor for development of the document are at an advanced stage. Magagula says USAID is ready to support the process and a roadmap has been agreed upon. She disclosed that the ministry is expecting to have the new National Inclusive Education Strategy in place by April 2025. Education expert Wesley Mwambakulu has urged the ministry to expedite all the processes to have the new strategy in place.
First of all, we need to understand the significance of this strategy, inclusive education strategy. It was developed and expired 2021, of which it has been a while. From 2021 up to 2024, down the line, it means that we are behind. Looking forward, the program, Total Ministry of Education, we need to include all measures that will help inclusive learners in different levels. We're talking about primary school, secondary school, and tertiary education, so that we can include them in the implementation of 2063 vision.
The new strategy is being developed in line with the inclusive education policy and the Malawi 2063 vision, among other national policies.
A charitable organization, Mentors International, says youth empowerment is key to ending high unemployment rate in the country. The organization's country director, Lamek Chisale, said this last evening at the opening of its new offices in Lilongwe. Chisale said so far the organization has trained for free over 750 youths and women in various skills in its drive to uplift livelihoods of the less privileged through the provision of basic education.
So far, we have had over 750 beneficiaries for the past 2 years, because we started our operation in 2022, and this year we set a goal of having 450 to benefit from this program. But that goal was set because of our some limitations that we had from our previous office or center. But now the coming in of here and the opening of our own building, the goal has always is obviously it's going to increase as we are hoping to help more to come here. This office has over 6 classrooms. Each has a minimum of 20 students. And having said that, this goal alone, this term alone, we are hoping to have over 150 students to graduate from this center. The goal of selecting this place was to target different individuals coming from different directions, whereby we have students from Kawale, Ntandire, Chinsapo, Area 23, all the way to Area 36, and many other places around Lilongwe. So when we had just started, it was a little bit hard to actually do a lot of promotions to help people get here. Right now,
the office essentials student acknowledged Mentors International for providing the opportunity to improve technical skills among the youth.
I actually take Microsoft Suite. This is all about computer, and I know more about Mentors International from my friend, my fellow student from Queen's Secondary School. Just told me that there's Mentors, so I was interested to see. I also wanted to learn computer, but I don't know where I can get it. So when that friend told me that about Mentors, I was interested. Then I came for registrations. After registration, then I get selected. That's why I'm here. Learning Microsoft Suite will help me a lot as I'm proceeding my college.
You're watching the news on Zodiac, and this afternoon you are with me, Happy Mzembe. We'll be back shortly.
Chaka chino cha 2024 kuyambira pa 25 mpaka pa 28 Oktoba tonse tikuyenera kukapezeka ku Cape Macrie ku Mangochi komwe kuli
2024 UMP International Festival, The Evolution.
zaluso zamasewero zokopa alendo fashion zamaimbidwe ndi zina zambiri.
Chitani machawi kuti mupeze nawo ticket yotsika mtengo pa internet ndi malo ena ambiri. Early bird ticket ndi 30,000 kwacha yokha basi.
VIP 60,000 kwacha ndi 100,000 kwacha tiketi ya banja lonse.
Kuti mumve zambiri imbani foni pa 0993 554 756
kapena pitani pa website yathu pa www.umpfest.com.
2024 UMP International Festival.
Tikakumana konko.
Necessary steps on how to conduct the investigation. Details with John Paul Kayuni.
A consortium of civil society organizations has asked the Malawi Human Rights Commission to initiate a public inquiry into corruption and access to justice in line with its mandate. The CSOs, under the banner National Advocacy Platform, say with corruption allegations against some judicial officers, the inquiry is important to ensure justice is served on Malawians. NAP chairperson Benedicto Kondowe said the recommendations from MHRC after the inquiry will inform the next action.
Under the prevailing law, Malawi Human Rights Commission has powers to conduct or initiate public inquiries. So we have urged Malawi Human Rights Commission to initiate public inquiry on access to justice and corruption within their mandate.
MHRC Executive Secretary Habiba Osman told us they have received the request and are making necessary preparations.
One of the protocols that also has to be followed within the commission is that the commissioners must deliberate on the request or the complaint, and thereafter the commissioners determine which department or directorate can then carry out the steps. Just as any legal institution, we also would have to conduct our own, for example, legal research and analysis, just to see the steps that we're going to take.
The CSOs at a press briefing also called for the need for judicial reforms to safeguard accountability, transparency and public confidence.
Local Government Minister Richard Chimwendo has inaugurated the long-awaited construction of the Manja Road in Blantyre, issuing a stern warning to the contractor to adhere strictly to the project scope. Chimwendo emphasized that the government aims to complete all city feeder roads before the upcoming elections.
It's about 1.4 kilometer road, and we estimate that this road will be done within 6 to 8 months. But we also want to emphasize on the quality of the road. We want to make sure that we have the best road in town. It is government's aim to make sure roads that are within town are done, just as we're doing in Mangochi, we're doing in Zomba, we're doing here in Blantyre. We're also going to do the same in Lilongwe and in Mzuzu. So much assurance, and we can assure them that the time frame we have indicated, the 6 months time frame, will be done. Because it is His Excellency Dr. Chakwera's aim that these projects, smaller projects, 1.5 kilometer, 2 kilometer, once they kick off like this, there should be nothing stopping them. We should be able to finish everything in time. But it is also the President's wish that these roads must have the best quality. We are coming from an era where roads were done 2 years later, we have to redo it. We have that case in Lilongwe, where we have a road that goes from area 18 to St. all the way to 25. We are doing that road, yet it was done in 5 years ago. We also have a road at Chipasulanaya 23, which was done, but it has not even taken over 5 years. We have to redo that road. So the President has directed us at the local government level and even the Minister of Transport to ensure that whatever is happening here, it must be of quality and the standards, but also it must be completed within the time frame that has.
Dr. Dan Elson Chale has pledged to finish the 1.4 kilometer stretch valued at 2.5 billion kwacha within the 6-month time frame.
This project is for 6 months. We are starting immediately. Once people dispersed, we are hitting the ground. The project amount is 2.5 billion, including VAT. I should say all taxes inclusive, and at the same time, it's just an assurance that this is not our first road to build. We built roads before. For example, if you go to Makalanga Bridge, that was washed away with a cyclone. We did it timely and quality, so we are assuring you of the same for this project.
The Department of Arts in the Ministry of Local Government, Unit and Culture says preparations for this year's School Open Cultural Day, which is expected to take place this Friday in Lilongwe, are at an advanced stage. Arts Officer in the department, James Tole, says this is an opportunity for learners to come together and showcase their cultural skills. The remarks were made on Tuesday in Lilongwe during a Cultural Day event organized by Filipina and Charismatic Schools in celebration of Mother's Day.
This is very important because musical arts are part of the education system, and for the learners to grow, they have to grow as a whole, both spiritually, physically, and even culturally. So we need to inculcate the skills, artistic skills in them, because as they grow up, we can be sure of what they are going to become. So this is one of the might be one of the careers that they might wish to take.
Director for Filipina and Charismatic Schools, Joseph Patel, believes it is very important to celebrate mothers, saying they are special in all forms.
At the Charismatic and Filipina Memorial Boarding School, we had to organize a cultural day on Mother's Day in order to celebrate with the mothers. The mothers have done a lot of work to us at school, bringing children to the world, but also for the suffering maybe they passed through during that time they bared kids. We wanted to showcase activities to them to make sure that they are special to our kids, they are special to us, they're special to Malawi. So that's the main reason why we organized the cultural day, whereby various activities from different tribes in Malawi and abroad, we met here and we had to interact and showcase the various cultural activities. As a proprietor of the schools, I was very delighted to hear from the guest of honor from the Minister of Arts in the local government to say they have chosen Charismatic International School, especially the Amalipenga dance that they're going to showcase.
Across the borders, Kenya's parliament has begun the final step to remove Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua from office. An overwhelming majority voted in the National Assembly last week to approve his impeachment, setting the stage for the two-day trial in the Senate that decides whether or not to oust him. The Deputy President faces 11 charges, including corruption, inciting ethnic divisions, and undermining government, all of which he denies. The role follows his recent fallout with President William Ruto, who has remained silent about the matter.